Hi, this is Sonia from Your Vegan Guide, and today I am going to talk about fasting. This has been a hot topic in the Raw Till 4 community, high carb, low fat vegan community, and I really want to weigh in on my perspective because I feel actually I'm a little bit more pro fasting than some of the other high carb, low fat people. So basically, when we talk about fasting, we really have to differentiate between different types of fasting, because according to part of the world, I'm fasting all the time because I don't eat meat. I come from a Coptic Christian background and I don't practice that religion myself, but basically every time they celebrate a saint, they are fasting, which is, oftentimes means they're eating a vegan diet. So basically, by the virtue that I'm eating a vegan diet, I am fasting, according to some people. So that's not really what I'm talking about, though. I'm talking more about juicing, or doing the master cleanse, or even doing a water fast. So I have different opinions about different forms of fasting. And I've definitely done a lot of juice feasts in my life, which means a juice feast means you have at least a gallon of juice a day, so you're not calorie restricting quite as much as you would with a juice fast where you have less than a gallon of juice. I've also done the master cleanse, and that does tend to be lower calorie because your main source of calories are the maple syrup that goes into the master cleanse drink. And I really do think there is a time and place for either juice feasting, juice fasting, or the master cleanse. And water fasting I have no experience with, and I'm a lot more skeptical about that. But since, trusted sources such as Dr. John McDougall do advocate water fasting in very limited circumstances, somebody who really has an illness that might benefit from giving the digestive system a break from eating food, and thus, putting energies towards healing, I can buy it. It just isn't for me, or it isn't for me in my current state. Who knows? Maybe if I had some really nasty diagnosis, I would consider something like that, but I sure would do my research. I did a juice feast recently, and I think it was very helpful for me to try to isolate some of the causes of my digestive issues. So I want to make it really clear that I wasn't doing it primarily for weight loss, although yeah, of course I was hoping to drop a few pounds, and I did drop some pounds and kept it off. And I think the reason I've been able to keep it off is I was not calorie restricting during the juice feast. I literally had at least a gallon of hardcore, high fructose juice every day. So that doesn't count like juicing a whole bunch of, cucumbers or something low calorie just to increase the volume. So it was really that gallon. And in addition, I had things like cucumber juice. So I think there's a time and a place for that. I really think that doing the master cleanse or doing a juice feast at the beginning of one's journey, when you're trying to, get past some addictions with, like maybe standard American food, like processed foods or meats or dairies, I think it can actually be very helpful. And I think it's also very helpful for people who are already slim, so they're not doing it for weight loss, but who just want to cleanse themselves or work on some sort of health issue. Where I would be really cautious about doing any kind of fasting, whether the master cleanse or a juice feast, is for somebody who's kind of in the middle there or who's obsessed with weight loss, because you really should have a reason way beyond weight loss for doing this. I think it can indirectly help with weight loss because you're detoxifying your body, and so maybe your body will work better, and therefore over the long haul, doing some juicing would help you. But you should be doing like a juice feast every 2 months or something. I would maximum do a feast, a juice feast once or twice a year, and I still think that is too often. Because really, what I think a lot of the critics rightly say about fasting is it distracts from getting your diet right in the first place. And you don't want to be, jerking around your metabolism too much. I don't think if you do a cleanse once in a while, that's probably going to destroy your metabolism. I know there's so much controversy on that, and I really don't know because I'm not a doctor and I don't think this has been studied enough, but I just know based on my personal experience. I've had really good experiences with the Master Cleanse. Haven't done it for a couple years now, and I've had really good experiences with juice feasting. So I definitely think there's a time and place for them. I think some people use them too much. And as far as water fasting, one of the reasons it's been so controversial lately in the community is a very brave woman named Leah did a water fast in Costa Rica with Dr. Doug Graham, and oh my God, I'm going to put a link to her story below, and it should be a caution to anyone who is doing any kind of fasting to really do your homework and make sure that you're getting medical supervision. She was in this remote place in Costa Rica and things did not go right for her. So one of the biggest things I would say is if you are going to do a juice feast, Master Cleanse, water cleanse, whatever it is, do your homework first and make sure you're not in a remote area, and really assess whether you're a good candidate and get some, medical advice as well. I did a couple years ago write a ebook on the Master Cleanse, and I spent half of that ebook actually discouraging people from doing it because I said, well, if you're having this situation, maybe this isn't for you. I did a heck of a lot of research before I ever did the Master Cleanse or a juice feast. And I sure as heck wouldn't do a Master Cleanse, a juice feast, or definitely not a water fast in any kind of area where if something went wrong, I don't have access to medical attention. When I did it, when I did the juice feast, when I did the Master Cleanse, I knew what I was doing. I really prepared for it. And I felt it was safe for my current situation. So that's my kind of take on it. And again, if you're really hoping to do this for weight loss, a lot of people tend to do it, get really excited about the weight loss, but then go back to their old ways of eating and not retain the weight loss. So don't bother. Don't bother if that is your goal. If weight loss is your goal to do the Master Cleanse, don't do it. If weight loss is your goal for doing a juice feast, don't do it. If weight loss is your goal for doing a water fast, don't do it. I hope this has been helpful, and I certainly would like to hear what your comments are. Thank you. Bye.